So starting with veins, you have your superior vena cava here, and then this is your common trunk, your internal mammary. Okay, and then following it up, your superior vena cava. On your right side is your costal cervical, and it starts really early on this side. And your costal cervical is on right here on your left side. This branch here, okay. And then when it branches again into two, you have your brachiocephalic on each side. Coming up here is your external jugulars on both sides, and you follow the external jugular up. When it branches sideways here, you have the transverse scapular. Okay. So back to here, your brachiocephalic, external jugulars, and then it becomes subclavian. Okay. This is your ventral thoracic. This is your ventral thoracic vein. This is your ventral thoracic artery. Your vein just lost some color here, I think. The one going deep, the big one going deep here, is your subclavian. Subscapular. Excuse me, because it's going under the scapular. So your subscapular here, subclavian, subscap, ventral thoracic. Okay. Following it out further, it becomes brachial. Okay. And then going deep here. Seems like you guys lost it. Oh, here it is. You're on this side?
Yeah.
Okay, here. This is your long thoracic here, okay? Which is supposed to be somewhere here. It looks like it could be this one, the lost color. Okay? Long thoracic, okay? This is your ventral thoracic because it's going forward. Okay, and this is your subscapular. Okay, out here is brachial. Okay, so that here you go.
Oh, there it is.
Long thoracic there. Your long thoracic is not very visible, but here's your long thoracic artery here. Okay, so that's veins. If you follow it down here, on this side, this big blue one here is your azygos. Okay, the big blue one following the vertebrae column on the right side is your azygos. Following down here, you want to continue the artery up here and then go down here, or you want to just?
Yeah, you could finish the top first, and then we'll just work on the bottom.
So now arteries. Your first branch off your aorta is your brachiocephalic. Brachiocephalic breaks off into your two common carotid, your left common carotid and your right common carotid. See it coming up here, and then it further branches into your
right subclavian.
Right subclavian. If you look closely up here, you have three branches. Your first branch here is your vertebral. Second branch, it's kind of hard to see here, is your costal cervical. And your third branch here is your thyrocervical. Did you see that? Vertebral. It's the first one, right there. Vertebral. Costal cervical. There. Kind of points down or backwards, so it's hard to see. So vertebral, costal cervical, thyrocervical. Okay? Thyrocervical, if you follow it up along the external jugulars, you see that? It goes along with it. And when it branches downward, here is your transverse scapular.
Okay.
So your transverse scapular coming off your artery is your thyrocervical artery. Transverse scapular vein comes off your external jugular. You see that?
Yeah.
And they're together right there, the two. Transverse scapular. Okay? And then subclavian artery. Off the subclavian artery, you have your internal mammaries pointing towards your chest wall. Okay? And then you have your ventral thoracic here. The ventral side of your thoracic cavity. And then going deep with the big giant blue scapular. It's there. Going out is your brachial artery and your deep your long thoracic is, I think you lost your long thoracic. No, you lost your long thoracic. Okay, so subclavian, internal mammary, vertebral, costal cervical, thyrocervical, follow it up, splitting down, transverse scap. Follow it out. Going forward here is your ventral thoracic. Going deep here is your subscapular. And then becomes brachial. And then you should have a long thoracic that I can't find. Oh, no. No. I can't find your long thoracic.
Okay.
Okay. So